At Christmas time, Santa Claus had better watch out, because there's a new guy in town.
Action!
As Jim Carrey brings the Grinch.
Fabulous! He's green, he's hairy, he's hilarious.
And his two closest friends on a roller coaster ride through the wonderful world of Whoville. As we discover the secrets behind the movie magic of a modern Christmas classic.
That worked out nicely.
From Ron Howard, acclaimed director of Apollo 13, Ransom, and Backdraft.
Great.
And Brian Grazer, award-winning producer of Ransom and Liar Liar, comes the unforgettable story of...
The Grinch!
Inside a snowflake.
That his makeup could only be the work of the world's foremost expert, five-time Academy Award winner Rick Baker.
I'd always hoped that sometime in my life I would be able to do a big fantasy like this, and I'm so happy.
Makeup that Jim Carrey wore took months to develop.
Come on while I'm young!
To become the Grinch, Jim Carrey would combine his unique brand of physical comedy with the physical transformation that would take place every day in Rick Baker's makeup chair.
If it's going to work on anybody, it would work on Jim because he's so good at contorting his face. He does this great Grinch face here, does a weird smile and stuff, you know. Jim's got, you know, a rubber face to begin with.
Not only did we want to be true to the original character, the character that Dr. Seuss created, but the second thing was to create a look that Jim Carrey could work with and do his best work.
Saw him and I'm like, oh my gosh, who are you? He said, I'm the Grinch. And I'm like, whoa.
But Jim Carrey wasn't the only one being transformed. Every Who down in Whoville needed a certain unique look, and it was up to Rick and his team to design each and every one of them.
Well, I had 7 makeup tests from April till September. At one point, they even talked about no prosthetic because I have a who knows.
The scale of this movie is so immense. Never have I done anything where we had, you know, 90 people in makeup.
This is actually a bigger makeup than what I did for Austin Powers playing Mini-Me. The only thing is my eyes. That's the only thing that's real.
One by one, the cast of the Grinch came together.
Come on, a minute ago I couldn't shut you up. Details, details!
Along with such familiar faces as Jeffrey Tambor as the mayor of Whoville.
Someone just say, Grinch.
Ellie, the dog from the pound, didn't know it yet, but the movie would change the rest of her life.
I got a list. I have a list of people waiting. They said, wow, this dog was going to be in the movies. Yeah, we want this dog. Now you've saved this dog's life.
Bleeding hearts of the world unite!
As the cast came together, so did the crew of costume designers, set builders, makeup artists, and special effects technicians, who would be responsible for bringing the world of the Grinch to life.
Ultimately, we have been on 11 stages, a couple of which have been turned over and have had multiple events on them.
Turning the production sketches, storyboards, and models into actual buildings was one of the most ambitious operations ever attempted for a motion picture.
We built everything in model form first, which was truly the way to explore these forms to really get what we wanted.
It's also colorful, it's vivid, it's very upbeat, because the Who's are very upbeat.
But the most impressive set would be Mount Crumpet, the Grinch's lair.
There's no place like...
A remarkable world, using junk and cast-off pieces of equipment from Whoville.
Ah, what is that stench? It's fantastic.
He's fashioned really an amazing place to live. I mean, it's sort of every boy's dream.
The construction of the sets would take thousands of man-hours, but the results were there for all to see.
You walk on the set and it's like a world has totally been created.
And these vast sets would have to be filled with thousands of props.
I never worked on a show with this much manufacturing. Everything has to be made. Forks, knives, toilet paper, everything.
But what would I wear?
Hundreds of costumes would also be required for the Who's of Whoville.
I've never worn clothes as dazzling as this character because they're like couture clothes in extreme.
It's not a dress, it's a kilt. Sicko.
We use a lot of fashion puns. And when you look at the Who's, we have kind of Prada Who and a Chanel Who, and I don't know how many people will notice that, but that made it a lot of fun for me.
Well, the most fun for me were the cars. They really drive, and they're fun to tool around the back lot of Universal. Great! One day I drove by Steven Spielberg's office because I knew he'd be jealous, and he was.
Finally, after almost a year of pre-production, preparation, and construction, the filmmakers were ready to start shooting. The fun and the hard work were just beginning.
Action!
And gradually, the novelty of the makeup chair began to wear off.
When I climb into the makeup chair, I have figured out that it's about like taking a plane flight to Dallas, Texas, every day.
Every actor, including Max the dog, had some makeup involved in creating this fantasy world. And there were times when Max didn't appreciate the makeup.
Eventually, Ron Howard decided he had to experience what the cast was going through.
I heard a rumor that he might wear the makeup one day. And I told him, I said, you know, Bud, that would be a really good move if you did that. If you showed us all that you too can get ugly.
I did dress up as the Grinch one day and directed all day long as the Grinch. It must have been very confusing for everyone else. Cut!
While shooting continued at Universal Studios, work was already underway at Digital Domain, the special effects team behind Ron Howard's Oscar-winning Apollo 13.
Probably the biggest challenge in this film is the sheer number of shots. We know it's, 300 plus probably.
I didn't want the special effects to overpower live flesh and blood actors. But on the other hand, I really wanted to create a complete new world for the audience to explore. Years ago, and he was Dr. Seuss, a genius. I would like nothing better than to believe that he'd be satisfied with our adaptation.
Now, after 3 years of painstaking preparation, almost a year of development, and 4 months of principal photography,
Cut. Very nice.
The Grinch is on schedule.
6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again.
I'm embarrassed to say it, but I really think it has something for everyone.
Whatever age you are, you're the age for Dr. Seuss.
It is a modern fable that really is brought.
Bringing a Seussian character to life is already something that hasn't happened yet.
Burn, baby! Burn!
Jim is a genius, and it was my pleasure to just be a participant in helping him bring this character to the screen. Really, one of the highlights of my career.
Why didn't I think of that?
As you watch The Grinch, you literally lean forward, and the only time you go back is when you're laughing.
Like for year after year, I've put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how?
This kind of scale and this kind of movie, it's really cool.
Maybe I won't make any more movies after this because everything's going to be boring after this.
I know we've created a world that is mind-blowing, that I've never even seen before.
The pirates are out to get you. Don't let them brand you with their mark. Piracy funds organized crime and will destroy our film and video industry. Piracy costs jobs and will destroy our music and publishing industry. Piracy funds terrorism and will destroy our development and your future enjoyment. Don't touch the hot stuff. Cool is copyright. Copyright is a matter of fact.
If you have any knowledge of the manufacture or sale of counterfeit film and video product or related software, please call our UK hotline on 020-8568-6646 or in the Republic of Ireland 01-882-8565. In Australia, you should call the Australasian Film and Video Security Office on 1-800-251-996. Or for New Zealand, the New Zealand Film and Video Security Office on 0800 275 002. Your support will help end the distribution of poor quality product.
Don't let the pirates burn a hole in your pocket.